I noticed that the volume was down. Now the volume is up, so it should be working. We are so glad that you've decided to join us today. You wouldn't have heard that first little bit there. But of course, this is the Deuce Vodka pregame show. The final regular season matchup of the season. Jay, you're at home in your humble abode right now. What do you got on tap for this afternoon? Are you fired up for the game?
In my homemade studio.
Yeah,
Check
looks
out the
great.
backdrop. Not a big deal. What am I? Sorry, what's the question?
Like, are you excited for the game? Like, what's the emotion?
The motion is it's this is the I've got 0 ounces of stress towards this game. This is just let's just get through it and let's get into playoff mode. So whoever needs to get going tonight, get going. Should I say tonight? I should say this afternoon. Um, and yeah, like, what's there to say? What do you have to say?
Honest, I don't really have much to say. This game literally means nothing. Don't bet on this game. Like, you can watch this game if you want, but I feel like more so on today's show, Jay, we just got to talk about some of our favorite moments from the season. You can see on the side there, well, I guess you won't be able to see it because this is a different show today. It says good, bad, and oily for today's game. Because last game was on Wednesday and it was so long ago, I feel like the point of us talking about that game is kind of useless and it's like whatever. So why don't we talk about the good, bad, and oily for today's game? Jay, let's start with the good. What do you hope to be good in today's game?
Oh, I just hope Koskinen can get a little bit of his mojo back because it's been a rough couple of starts for him. So yeah, hoping Koskinen can get his mojo back because you never know, right? We
Yeah.
might need him for a game.
My good for today's game is going to be I just want a good performance from the bottom six. I want the bottom six to get rolling in the right direction. Obviously, we're not going to see Ryan McLeod in the lineup today, but just bottom six, just have a good game, heading in the right direction for playoff time.
Yep. Stay hot, James Neal. Let's go.
Stay hot, James Neal. I'm just looking on Facebook, Jay. This is so funny. Our lips and our faces and our words are completely out of sync. So this looks like a Japanese like anime kind of like video right now because you cannot see us in sync at all. I'll figure that out for playoff time. Don't worry, people. Jay, let's talk about our bad for today's game. I don't really want to put bad out into the universe.
I don't want to say there's an obvious thing.
Yes.
And we just don't even want to throw it out there.
Should we just skip past it? We agree.
Safe game.
We know what it is.
Safe game.
Safe game. Okay, let's talk about the oily then. What's the oily for today's game?
What's the oily for today's game? I don't even know. Like, it's the thing. I'm not really cheering for anything outside of just a good, safe game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What do I want to be oily? Man, I don't know. I just, like I said, like you said, we want Costin to play good. We want the bottom six to play good. What do we want oily? Let's just go and oil ourselves out a win that we don't even care about in Vancouver. Just like we did in Montreal. Just oiled out wins that we don't need to keep the mojo going into playoffs.
Yep.
Staying oily. The oily is staying oily.
Staying oily. Sean says in the Facebook comments, give me an oily Yamamoto goal. Yeah, and that kind of, well, that'll be a good thing to talk about during our third headline for today's game. But yeah, I think that Yamamoto getting a goal would definitely oil us up pretty well. My oily is just gonna be, let's just have a good finish. Let's just have a strong finish to the postseason here, or the regular season, and get us trending in the right direction. Jay, let's talk about the lines for today's game. Kind of interesting. Ryan McLeod under the weather, not going to be playing in today's game. Our top six is going to remain as it was. McDavid, Puljujarvi, Cahoon, Draisaitl, RNH, Yamamoto. Haas is going to play with Neal and Chiasson. Nygaard,
again, my friend.
Nygaard draws into the lineup with Kara and Archibald. So kind of interesting. Pretty much, is that kind of a similar lineup do you expect to see in the postseason, Jay?
No, Nygaard is not going to see
the
ice one game this playoff.
No, Nygaard won't be in. Who am I forgetting? Shore will be there, right?
Yeah, I think Shore's earned his shot.
Yep. Spanky Egg just said, or the Bearded Brad just said, Neon Nation bombs from the golf course today. So.
Oh, what a good day. That's the thing, right? It's like 25 degrees outside. The Oilers are playing an absolute non-event game at 1:30.
Yep.
You should be golfing, consuming Neon Nation bombs today.
Yep. I got my round in this morning, so I've already played today. So Nurse Berry, Kulikov, Larson, Kukuk Bear. Our guy Kukuk Jay back in the lineup.
That's good. Actually, yeah, that's a good thing too. Kukuk's back in the game in before the playoffs.
Yep.
It'll be nice to see where he's at. That just gives us more depth in the blue line. Like, teams that go for long runs, unfortunately go through some defensemen. So like I think normally like it's like 8 or 9 defensemen you need to kind of a team will go through on a deep run. So
Yeah.
having Cuckoo back is that's a good thing. So hope he looks oily tonight.
Yep. And then Koskinen will get the start in net. Jay, who needs a good game today? It's our third headline. Who do you want to see get trending in a good, strong direction heading in to Wednesday's game?
Well, we had the comment there earlier. Yamamoto, like it's.
Yep.
I actually think he's going to be a factor in the playoffs just because of the style of game he plays.
Yep.
Granted, he will get bounced around like a pinball because of his size, but he has got the heart of a lion. So I think that's where we'll start seeing some more score sheet appearance from him. But it would be nice for him to pop off tonight. But once again, Mikko Koskinen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a good performance from Mikko just to give the team a little bit more confidence in the case that for some reason Koskinen did have to come in and play a game in the postseason. I think it's no surprise and it's no secret that the Oilers like playing in front of Mike Smith way more than they like playing in front of Mikko Koskinen. So I think if you can get a strong, solid, just grade A performance out of Mikko Koskinen today, I think it could do a lot just to, even with Mike Smith starting, just relieve a little bit of pressure knowing that if that scenario did come up, you could play Mikko Koskinen and have a strong performance. Another guy I kind of want to see going today is Josh Archibald. There's a lot of people that have said, could Archibald be the Fernando Pisani of 2021 for the Edmonton Oilers? And they talked about it on Oilers Nation Radio on Friday, and Josh Archibald was a very popular pick amongst the boys for who they thought could potentially have a big playoffs. Jay, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Could you see Archibald coming in big here?
I agree. Well, he brings the physicality. He's probably going to get us like a couple shorthanded goals this on a long playoff drive, like in probably really key moments.
Yeah.
And yeah, he puts him. He can bury the puck. The other person I'm on now starting to kind of get good gut vibes on. Granted, he is in the top 6. Is Puljujarvi.
Yeah.
I can see Puljujarvi getting some goals.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. It's just I kind of slept on it last night, and it popped in my head in a dream. It's not to say that I had a vision, but I kind of dreamt about it, and I was saying to myself in my dream, yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, I could see Puljujarvi having a big playoffs. Man, he's been playing great down the stretch here. Like, he's had a couple... I know these are garbage time goals, but they all still count. But he's looked really good at the end of the season here. Like, what's he up to? Is he at 14, 15 goals now?
15 for sure.
15 for sure. Yeah, he's looked great. Let's do Deuce Vodka player mode. Jay, do you want to start?
Yeah, I just want the entire Edmonton Oilers team that is iced today to just enter safety mode.
Yes.
Stay safe out there.
Yep.
We got the playoffs.
I want McDavid and Draisaitl to enter just a formality mode where it's just they're just going to come up, 1 goal each, just feel the puck go in the net, and then just call it a night from there on out.
Yeah. Well, they're going to play 15 minutes each tonight, and they're going to each have 2 to 3 points. Like, that's just a function of them being on the ice. That is amazing to have.
Yep. I just want them to go out, just milk and oil out a couple points each, just to get that good feel, the puck on your stick, the ball coming off your club. Just get that good feeling, and then get the heck out. That's all I want.
100%.
All right, Jay. I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. I didn't tell you that we're going to do this. Our next headline here is favorite moments from the season so far. Do you have one specific moment from the 2021 Oilers campaign that sticks out to you as, I would say, not like necessarily a Kodak moment, but just like your one favorite moment from the season so far?
The two that immediately fill my head is that Connor end-to-end goal against the Leafs.
Yeah.
That one's real special to me for a lot of reasons because it's against the Leafs.
Yep.
Leafs are essentially, who will likely face, if both get to the second round, that's who I don't want to talk too affirmative, but that could be a second round opponent for the Oilers.
Yep.
So I got a little bit of bad blood towards that team. So that was very crucial. That one got me out of my seat. That goal. So that was a really special moment. Obviously, the Connor getting 100 points too. Like that was just magic from Leon pointing to Nurse to pass over to Connor so he could pass back over to Leon to put it in.
Yep.
Like that was amazing. So those are the two that kind of stick out.
Yep.
You?
For me, the one that really sticks out to me, well, I have 2 games that I really loved. I really liked the game where we throttled the Flames, like where we just, it was just discussing. It was in Calgary when we just killed them. The one game against Ottawa that we played, that weeknight game where we were up like 6-0 through 1.5 periods, is fun as well.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite moment of the entire season so far, and let us know in the comments if you have a favorite moment from the season. We want to hear it. We'll read out some of them as well. I would say my favorite moment would be that third period, 9 minutes left, Ethan Bear goal against the Canadiens in that Monday night game, when McDavid came out from below the goal line and passed it to Ethan Bear, and he ripped that goal, his second, I think, of the season, maybe first.
Yeah.
And he looked over it. He looked over at McDavid and did that huge celebration, and that felt like a playoff game. Like, I think that moment in the Oilers season, which was only maybe 2 weeks ago, was like a really big one for not only this team but this fan base. Like, that was the first taste of playoff hockey that we've had so far this season, where it was like, that's the kind of game that we can expect. So I'm gonna go with that Ethan Bear third period goal against the Habs on that Monday night game.
I like it, and an honorable mention needs to go to the Draisaitl regulation win goal at .00001 second on the clock against Winnipeg.
Yes.
And I know the thing that we all forgot collectively as a fan base.
What's that?
Well, I shouldn't say we all have, but we've forgotten it. Is that start to the season we had?
Yeah.
We forgot January, and thank God, because that was a rough start.
Yep. Okay, we're getting some updates coming from Twitter here, Jay. It looks like Evan Bouchard is going to play tonight, and the Oilers are going to go with 7 defensemen. So Kukuk and Bouchard in the lineup tonight, and it looks like Kyler Yamamoto is out.
Okay, so I'm going Bouch bomb for Oily.
Yes. So yeah, Yamo's not playing. We have a couple people in the comments that agree that Bear moment. Sean says that Bear Selly with McDavid was 100% mine. A lot of people saying, that midweek or that Monday night Canadiens game was insane. Jay, while we have a few more comments rolling in here, we got some lineup changes. Obviously, the Oilers going with 11-7 tonight. What is the approach for betting? Are you even going to bother at all? Like, are you going to touch any of the action on tonight's game?
Here's my advice. Bet on the home dogs, Washington Capitals against Boston, game 1 of the playoffs tonight.
Oh, you stole mine. That was going to be exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Like, it's like, sure, if you want to sprinkle it around, but like, you just don't like, I wouldn't bet, I'd only bet props today. I'd only bet props. Like, bet on the odds aren't that juicy. You're not going to get like an all hope performance from the Oilers. So like, trying to get the regulation win, like, well, we went into overtime. Did we do it back to back against Montreal? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
like that's what like the non-event games kind of turn into. So don't go chasing the juice on any kind of outcomes. I would just maybe bet some props. But honestly, look to the other games.
Yep. I'm very, very heavily. I'm not invested because I haven't placed any wagers yet, but I am so freaking excited for that 5:15 Caps Bruins game. I am a resident living in Edmonton, Washington Capitals fan. I went to an Eastern Conference game against the Lightning 3 years ago when they won the Cup. Like, I've been in that, and I love the Caps. Like, they're my second favorite team in the NHL. So I will be watching that game. I will be cheering on the Washington Capitals tonight, and I will be putting an investment on the Caps money line tonight. And Jay, I hope
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I hope you follow. I hope you actually put some money on the Caps.
I already locked it in.
Oh, did you?
It's happened, yeah.
Oh, good. Good stuff, yeah.
Plus 110 or something, home dog, like all
beautiful.
Day.
Beautiful.
And like that series is gonna be like that. Like that's a rivalry right now. Those two, they don't really like each other too much. And that's going to be a heavy hockey series, that one. Yeah,
that's going to be an exciting series. Yeah, you know what? There's going to be a lot of great series coming down the pipe here. I've heard that, the Vegas Wild series, there's a lot of people that are saying the Wild could upset that series. But honestly, the two that I'm most invested in are obviously the Oilers and the Jets, and then, of course, the Caps and the Bruins. But, Jay, any final thoughts on today's game before we wrap up this special afternoon edition?
Stay safe and everyone enjoy this beautiful weather.
Yep.
Playoffs start on Wednesday.
Yep. Enjoy this afternoon. The final Edmonton Oilers regulation. Is it regular season, not regulation. Regular season game for 2021. Folks, we made it. One more game and we are in the glory of National Hockey League playoffs. We will see you Wednesday, a special edition of the Nation pregame show presented by Deuce Vodka. If you're playing or if you're watching the game outside today, make sure you tweet us the pictures and then tag Oilers Nation Radio in it. I know they're going to retweet some of the pictures. So make sure you send us your setups. Enjoy this afternoon's game, and we will see you on